Coach Prime went on Jason and Travis Kelce's podcast and responded to the report that Shedeur Sanders reportedly told the Ravens not to draft him in the 5th round because he didn't want to back up Lamar Jackson. Matt, I'm really curious to your response on this. Take a listen.
Been keeping up with Shedeur in Cleveland. What's the best piece of advice you've given him as a dad and as a coach?
Be patient and be ready. You got to be ready when it's time. But when it's time, you're going to know. And it's coming up.
There we go.
You know, I got a prediction. I ain't telling nobody. I got a feeling when it's going to go down. But it's going to go down this year.
It's going to happen. All right.
Yeah, he's going to get a shot.
And that's all you can ask for as a player. All you can ask for is the opportunity, right?
Tell me this, because this was all over the media, because I know y'all keep it a buck. That's why I love y'all to life.
Yes.
They made a big deal out of Philly called us on draft day.
Okay.
They didn't mention that. I just let a cat out of the bag.
I didn't know that. Yeah, okay.
Who was it? Baltimore.
And
I
the
heard
Browns.
this, yeah.
And the Browns. They forget, I know, I played for Baltimore, so me and Ozzy are cool. So
There you go.
we understood that whole conversation, and he wanted to talk to Shedeur as well as he wanted to talk to me. And I put Shedeur on the phone, and Shedeur, I don't want to say how it went, but how in the world can somebody fault him for saying or thinking, why in the world would I go back up Lamar for 10 more years?
For sure.
I've never sat on the bench and said, well, I learned a lot today.
All right. I don't know. The laugh is obnoxious.
No, keep it going. I want you to hear the end of it.
Oh, it was more? Okay.
Oh, goddamn, that is a good quote.
I wonder how he liked the goddamn this is a good quote part, considering he's super religious and doesn't curse. I didn't even curse around Coach Prime.
Right.
So that's the first thing I would say. The second thing I would say is, Howard, could you just play that part of the clip again? How are you going to learn anything sitting on the bench? He's 5th string. He doesn't play at all.
He also said, I don't want to say how that interaction went. I'm really curious why he didn't.
What interaction? With who? With Baltimore?
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to.
He told us how it went. He talked to Ozzy and then gave the phone to his son, rather than his son handling all this and answering the phone for himself. And so look, if you think it's a better idea, and this goes to everybody, including Coach Prime, to not go to Baltimore where he played and back up Lamar Jackson and learn how to be a pro in a stable organization with a great head coach and a GM that, and Ozzie Newsome, excuse me. Ozzie Smith played shortstop for the Cardinals. Ozzie Newsome, the Sandman, who could watch Shedeur progress 2 or 3 years and become an unbelievably good quarterback in this league and back up Lamar if he gets hurt, which probably is going to happen. You'd have to assume it eventually. And then maybe you get traded to somebody for a high, Baltimore gets a yield for drafting you when they did, and they take that, and then you get to go somewhere and play, via like a Steve Young situation, right? Even though, Steve was in Tampa and shitty, he had to go sit in San Francisco to learn. That situation seems to be way, way, way more productive than anything that has to do with the Cleveland Browns. So, the fake laugh, like he's in the commercial laughing and screaming at the TV right now. Yeah. I'm sorry, but this just seems to me like it's. I don't understand this part of all of this. I guess I'm too stupid and just too much of a rockhead to figure it out. But why is Baltimore a bad situation backing up Lamar, but Cleveland backing up another rookie, Joe Flacco, Billy Zappa, and Tyler Huntley they brought in, who's now in Baltimore?
So am
I missing something?
Here's what I think. They're putting a lot
10 years. Shedeur's going to go sign 2 contracts to back up Lamar for 10 years. He's going to have a fucking 2 or 3 year deal as a rookie in the 5th round. And then he can leave if he wants to, or they can sign him and he can stay the backup unless Lamar gets hurt. And then all of a sudden Shedeur goes in and saves the day. And then, the opportunity to go save the day in Cleveland and the opportunity to go save the day in Baltimore, you have to have the opportunity to save the day. Cleveland's never going to be in a save the day opportunity ever. So Baltimore's a playoff team every year. I just don't see how. And I don't believe that these 2 jock sniffers in this clip, I don't believe that they believe this either. I don't even believe that Coach Prime believes it. I don't believe anybody. If you tell me that fourth or fifth string for Cleveland behind another rookie they picked 2 rounds ahead of you is a better fit than potentially going to the Baltimore Ravens and Ozzie Newsome and Harbaugh and Lamar, because sitting on the bench never taught you anything. Where you're sitting on the bench in Cleveland,
now,
what is that teaching us?
Exactly. That's my point, man. It's also they're putting a lot of stake in Shedeur is going to beat out Gabriel, and Gabriel is going to have no success, or Flacco is going to have no success. Like Coach Prime said, it's going to happen this season. Okay, we'll find out. That's a lot of you're putting a lot of stake in Dylan Gabriel not succeeding, which so far in all the little regular season action he's had, he looked fine.
What are we going to find out this season?
Prime at the beginning of this, he's like, we're going to see this season. He thinks that Shedeur will see the field this season at some point.
Well, he may, but it'll be for a team with 10 plus losses.
Right. Also, that's the other part of it. You're in Cleveland, horrific versus Baltimore. So interesting comments there from Coach Prime. The reaction, the laughing from specifically Jason Kelce seemed a little disingenuous, a little fabricated. I don't know how you feel about it, Matt, but it was obnoxious to me. I don't know.
I feel that if you're a 5th round quarterback and you think you're going to walk in and start immediately, you're delusional. Tom Brady sat for an entire year and a half before he got his opportunity to back up Breeze, and Mo Lewis knocking or Drew Bledsoe out. So Breeze. That's number one. Number two, you want the best place to go play potentially. And that place is Baltimore, to learn and get better. And why, like, if Philly called you, why didn't you want to go to Philly and learn behind Jalen Hurts, who runs all the time, and you could go back him up?
And
they're the Super Bowl champion. You don't want to go be in that environment? I don't know. Look, if Cleveland's a better environment than Baltimore and Philadelphia to nurture talent and develop, then I must be missing something.
I don't know. They're putting, like I said, that's my takeaway. They're putting a lot of stake in Dylan Gabriel and Flacco not succeeding, specifically Gabriel, because if Gabriel goes in and plays well, I don't know how Shedeur sees the field and starts and takes that over. If Gabriel,
the Sanders don't like taking the easy routes. Shedeur's never competed for a job at quarterback in his life. His dad's been his coach the whole time.
Interesting statement. I don't know.
I mean, that's, again, this is about to turn into like Matt's a racist land and shit. So let's just move on, dude. I hope that it works out for Shedeur. Again, we're talking about a 4th string quarterback. It is what it is.